I think Andrew got so annoyed by the end of it because myself, and his mom, probably 50 times the week that I actually did it, were like, this is so nice. This feels so nice. He's like, literally nothing changed. I'm like, no, so much has changed.
Well, how can you think nothing changed?
Well, he's a boy.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Today I Am podcast. I'm Taylor, here with Megan and Sam.
We're excited to share stories from our lives, past and present, and talk through the lessons we've learned along the way.
It's all about reflection, not perfection. We're here to keep it real, create a space for open and honest conversations, and build a community. So grab a seat,
Get comfy,
And join us each week as we figure out who we are today
together.
You can't change it, folks.
Excuse me.
Burp to start us off. All right, late night record. This is
Feels
what
like it.
It does feel like late night.
We are recording at 10 p.m.
Oh, as if.
Late night is
We'd all be
5
asleep by
p.m.
10
that we started.
Anthony gets home at his flight lands at 10 tonight, and he was like, "Will you be up?"
No.
And I was like, "At 10, perhaps, but you have to go through customs and you checked a bag." So I was like, "Probably
We'll
not."
see you tomorrow.
You're like 11? No.
I was like, I'll probably wake up. I was like, I'll be in bed, but I'll wake up.
You're like, hey.
If that. If he turns a light on, I'll be like,
Also, what a jerk if he turns a light on.
I know. You
He's
wouldn't.
like flashing the light.
I'm still asleep.
Are you okay?
I just inhaled a bunch of air.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Just take a sip of water.
Take a breath. Not while you're drinking.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, while you're drinking.
Just started this episode crying. It's fine. Now my eye's twitching.
Oh my god. Okay.
Everyone, let's hold space for Sam right now.
Let's hold space for all three of us. Not
This
really
does
starting
feel like
this
a late night
recording.
record.
Okay.
All right. I think I'm settled.
Does anyone have anything?
Balancing out the struggle
Other than
bus
what
here.
we're just
Okay, do
Going
we have
through?
a little quick story about a prenatal massage that I got recently. And so, first of all, I will just say, if you're pregnant, get a prenatal massage.
Oh, yeah.
It's so worth it.
Oh, it's the best.
I've
What
had
is the difference between a regular versus prenatal? Just out of curiosity as somebody who's never had one.
totally. Well, first of all, I think you have to have certain certification to do prenatal.
I don't think you do, but only certain people
Will do it.
do it. I had some people when I was pregnant tell me they wouldn't give me a massage when
Yeah.
I was pregnant.
Yeah.
So maybe you do have to have a certification.
Yeah, I whatever. But, so there's certain therapists that will and will not do it, whether it's a certification or opinion, whatever.
Yeah.
And then second, you're not supposed to have as deep of a massage. I don't really fully understand the reason behind that. And let me tell you, where my story's headed was not the case. And then third is that usually, so you can't lay on flat on your stomach. Especially once you have a bump, it's just uncomfortable. And so some will have a wedge, and it's basically a pillow that's just shaped like that. If you're looking at it, it's tall at the front, and then it's an angle, and then it has space for your belly, and it also has space for your boobs.
That is the dream.
Yeah, so you are still laying face down, but you're just on this pillow that then makes your body be supported. So that's the one way. And the first prenatal massage I had was like that. Have you had one with the wedge?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's amazing.
So
it's
nice.
it's so
But
great.
I've had one without as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you also get to lay on your stomach for kind of the first time in a while. So
you're just
that's just comfortable too. So I booked one with this person. It was great. It was with the wedge. It was awesome. Just the massage in general was great. And then I booked again at the same place, but I couldn't remember the name of the person I went to.
Shoot.
And so I was like, well, whatever. I'm just going to book. I know they have a wedge at this location. So I'm just going to book off of my schedule. So I book another massage, and I walk in. There's no wedge on the table. And I'm like,
We're going to have an issue.
and so then she says her little, what are we working on, whatever. And then she's like, hey, I'll let you, get undressed. I'll be back in a second, whatever. And I was like, do you have the wedge? And she was like, oh, no, I don't use it. I've never done a massage with that, so I don't use it. And I was like, I'm already too far in to switch this then, I guess, hey? And so then, whatever, I'm like, okay. And so she's like, yeah, just lay on your side. And then it basically is you know the kind of pregnancy pillow that I have that's just like that? That's basically what then you have. So you're still kind of supported.
That's
And
I
whatever
don't even
works.
have that.
I
I just got
can't.
given a pillow for my legs.
Well, and so this is the thing though, is the one that I had only went behind my back, so I laid on my side for an hour without anything between my legs.
Oh.
And like that's just uncomfortable. So whatever. So that was just like not the best experience, just of like if I can say any advice, if you're getting a prenatal massage, ask if they have the wedge.
Yes.
But then this woman like after experiencing this was like, it was a good massage, like I felt good, my body felt better, whatever. But like I have to say this now for a second. I am not kidding. This woman was like a little squirrel. She was like, I was like, oh, my SI joints are really like sore. Like, I would love if we could focus kind of in that area. And I'm not exaggerating. I didn't put this pillow here for this reason, but this is perfect. I'm not exaggerating. She was doing this. Oh! Like that fast. And then it was like with her thumbs, like right on my SI joints, but like so intense.
Like, did it feel good or no?
During no.
I feel like the first few times they do it, you're like, oh, this is nice. And then they go over the same spot 5 more times and you're like, absolutely not.
Well, yes, but also like, I feel like at prenatal massage, it's like, the vibe of it is like, it's going to be really relaxing. It's not as deep tissue. So then that's what we started with.
Just I was like this little squirrel and then you just hear.
Yeah. Like it was so intense. And it was just so crazy and whatever. And then the other piece of it, I was like smiling during the whole massage because I was like kind of laughing. Because I was just like, what is happening? And so that's why I wanted to be clear. I did feel good after it.
Yeah.
I didn't leave being like, oh my God, that like messed up my body or something. But it was just the most insane experience. And then this is not an exaggeration.
Okay.
She raised and lowered the table probably 30 times. Throughout.
Why was this massage I had this week? Actually, the person did the same thing, and all you hear is like, what the hell?
Like, I get I know this doesn't matter for height for that, but because I'm a tall person, I understand that I'm also like a long person then in that sort of situation, so I can understand that there's like more maneuvering perhaps.
But okay, I'm not understanding. The bed is like this.
No, I'm saying like just in a normal massage, like usually it's like, oh, they have to push the stool out of the way or something because my legs go off the edge of the table to get around or something. So I'm not like, oh, it has to be silent and like everything, whatever.
Oh, okay, I see.
But this is seriously, it is like, and then it's like up 2, down 1, down 2, up 1. Like,
why would someone say it feels like you're on a literal ride?
Yeah, well, and then I'm laying on my side with this happening in my spine. With the table just really up and down. I was like, this is the craziest.
This is so relaxing.
Seriously, I was like, this is the craziest massage experience I've ever had. And for it to be a prenatal just made it seem even more shocking.
I wish you could almost and obviously, yeah, find a good massage therapist and just keep booking with them. But when you're in a different city and you just want a massager, when you're going through different types, I wish you could interview and have reference of how somebody massages.
Yeah, it's like I want a description of your style.
Squirrels. Okay, well, you can go ahead.
Digging around. Oh my God, it was so funny.
That is, yeah. But I get you with the bed. The bed drives me nuts, and I don't know why.
I've never had that experience.
Well, and it's usually it's they adjust it at the beginning or something, and then maybe they adjust it again when you flip over. Because then, usually they sit or whatever, and so it's maybe it gets adjusted a second time.
I just am actually thinking, I don't even think a person has ever adjusted.
Really?
The bed ever.
Has Miranda adjusted when you did physio with her?
Probably.
Because the beds where she works do that, and she'll do
maybe.
it, but not she's doing well. Definitely not. But not while it's happening, but it's before you get on or whatever. But and that's so normal.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's because we go to her for pelvic floor.
We're talking about pelvic floor therapy, so very intimate. I'm just imagining
so you don't want
getting
you'd be like, oh God.
It's just a whole other visual.
I honestly feel like it happens to me every single massage. And it can't be anything to do with my height. It has to be
I just booked a massage for myself next week, so we will...
Where are you going?
Urgent chiropractic and massage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you always go there for
not
massages?
The location.
Not always, but often, yes.
So maybe they just don't have one of the beds that day.
Yeah, maybe. But I've been to others, and I just can't remember, but...
Now you're going to pay attention.
I will, really pay attention.
Listen to the noise that it makes when you're... Yeah.
This does kind of give a good segue to what I wanted to talk about. Weirdly. This almost never happens, guys. But just talking about like massages and self-care and doing things for ourselves. Just lately, I've just been thinking about different ways to do that for myself, and it doesn't have to be anything grand or expensive or like crazy or so thought out, but just like the really little things in life. So today I am trying to romanticize my life just a little bit more, and just focus on more of those things of like the smallest, enjoying making your cup of coffee in the morning. Like, as I know that's like so talked about, but it is so true that like those moments you just have to like make your cup of coffee, sit down, enjoy it, and just like sit in peace, and just, you know, just like focusing on those small little things, because I think sometimes in life, obviously, when life is busy and crazy, you just forget about that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I've just been trying to be a little bit more intentional about like realizing those things, because I think a lot of the time we all romanticize our life in our own way without even knowing it, but then you're not
consciously doing
like you're just doing
You're like
it.
not aware.
You're not aware of it. So I think I'm trying to be more aware of the ways I am romanticizing my life, and then thinking about how I can be more intentional to like add it more into my day-to-day life.
Totally.
So yeah, just want to talk about that of like what you guys like about it, what you guys are doing, how we can be more intentional about that, and just live romantic lives.
It's funny that you say like making your morning coffee, because as soon as you said that, the first thing excuse me,
Pregnancy.
the first thing that comes to mind for me is like making a drink cute.
Yes.
And like I don't drink coffee, so I don't have that same sort of like ritual with a morning drink. Like I'll drink a chai sometimes, but there's many mornings that I don't have that, and I don't ever have it when I first wake up.
Yeah.
So it's just like a little bit different, but I feel like even it's like a poppy or something. It's like if I'm having a drink like this, like around dinner, it's in a wine glass.
Oh, 100%.
Like, and just doing little things like that. And I feel like that's also why I love like glassware and stuff, is because it's then like this little treat kind of feels like it when it's like, oh yeah, I'm just grabbing like a soda water or whatever it is.
And you put like a little lime wedge in it, and all of a sudden you have like a $15 cocktail.
Totally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just something. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, like, my biggest thing that I've noticed that I've intentionally been trying to do more, and I think I talked about it on a previous episode, can't remember which one, but is like this little moment I get when I'm working from home in the morning, outside of like my coffee moments and all of that I just love, is my little watching my birds moment with my cat. And I know it's so ridiculous, but like seriously,
It's not.
the last 2 days, like I haven't been home as much, and so I haven't gotten to do it, and I'm like, and then I think about the fact that he might miss it as well, and I'm like, nobody's opened the window so we can hear the birds, but it's like, I'm in Airdrie, Alberta, looking out at dead grass, but like the tree has still got like these adorable little creatures that are making some beautiful noises, so like, absolutely.
Yeah, just like a moment for yourself that you can just like really appreciate and like smile to yourself, like putting your drink in your wine glass, or
like it can be
to the
while I'm in a
birds.
meeting if I'm not. I mean, I pay attention to all of my meetings, but,
of course.
But it can be like when I'm kind of zoning out in a meeting a bit, and I look over and I'm like, oh, the birds are really cute right now, and then I see his little tail wag, and I'm like, oh, this is such a beautiful moment. Meanwhile, I'm listening to like financial results. That is not a beautiful moment. But like those are the moments where I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Well, and that's actually funny, even like with you being like, oh, financial meetings, like this isn't a beautiful moment, because I actually feel like I've been trying to be a little bit more intentional recently with work and like romanticizing my like environment and my routines with work, because, you know, like we've talked about before, it's like I work fully remote, I'm just in my house, I'm like, I could literally work in like the slobbiest clothes and not do my hair, not do my makeup, whatever. And there are definitely times where that has been the case, and I go through like cycles with it. And so recently I've been trying to, first of all, like either do my hair or my makeup every single day.
Yep.
And then like I typically do just work in like hoodies and stuff, but like it's like I'm actively choosing the one that
You're
I'm
not wearing the hoodie
and
you
I'm-
rolled out of bed in. And
Exactly.
Like,
And like I'm putting jewelry on and I'm putting like a little bit of makeup on, and like, okay, yeah, maybe my hair looks like this, but like at least it's brushed and it's not just in like a messy bun or something. And so I feel like doing those sorts of things, but then also like, oh, I'm gonna sneeze. But I have
Bless you.
excuse me, thank
Bless
you.
you.
I have like, yeah, seriously. I have like a cute little notebook now that like whatever, and I make sure that my desk space is like clean, so that when I come up there, I'm like, oh, career girly vibes, like whatever, like just doing those little things. So that, yeah, it is like I'm sitting in a
Financial
meeting
results
about
meeting.
what Meta wants from us or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, "Oh, but look how cute this is.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's something too I was thinking about is like, and again, it goes back to you don't have to put a bunch of money into it. Like you can do things like just like investing in your space that you, whether that's at work, your house, your car, for frick's sake. Like people are driving so much in their car, like making sure their car is nice and tidy and like has a little air freshener and just like being intentional about those small little things that seem so silly. But it's like, I just, for myself especially, I know I feel so much better when I'm like intentional about my space. And whether that's having cute throw pillows that I wouldn't probably thrift a pillow.
I have.
Yeah? I don't know how
The
to
throw pillows for sure.
Yeah, I guess. So
Maybe not a head pillow.
But you know, it's not like you need to go and spend a bunch of money to like make your space. I mean, obviously you could, but I know that's not like feasible.
Totally.
to,
Well,
like,
and I feel
always
like
do.
it's not even about, sorry to cut you off.
No.
But it's like you can also do, like, I was going to say you can do romanticizing. Great. You can romanticize things in your life without putting $1 into them or changing
anything.
A single thing about it.
It's like appreciating for what it is.
Well, and it's just so about mindset in my mind.
And I also love, so I was connecting with a person recently about this, and they just started a company where they do like basically organizing people's homes, which like I've gone through waves where I'm like, that's like the dream job, and then I'm like, oh my god, I never want to touch someone else's stuff. Like, no. But what I love about it is that you can like fully reorganize. Like I think of a closet. You can fully reorganize it, make it make sense, and not buy a single extra thing. Like you have the hangers, you have the bins, they're just not utilized, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like reimagining your space with what you have is such, because then it's so satisfying when it's done and you're like, oh my god, I can see the top of my closet again, and I didn't buy a single thing.
And you didn't put $1 into it.
Yeah, I just put my time in.
A few weeks ago, I was like really in a big nesting mood, and I reorganized all of our kitchen to make space for like baby stuff to be in it.
The best.
And it was the most satisfying thing. And now like, oh my god, seriously, but well, some of the things too, I'm like, why were there cups in 2 different places?
Yeah.
Like there's things like that I'm just like, this was idiotic that we've been living this way.
But it's probably because you were busy one day, you just tucked something else away, and then you're like, well, this is now
we
it's home.
unpacked when we moved into that house, and then nothing's changed since.
This
is the first time that I've reorganized what actual cupboards things are in our kitchen since
now that you've actually lived in the kitchen and you know what makes sense.
Yeah, and like I did get rid of a few things, but like not that much. And it seriously, there's so much more space. It's so much more organized. I open cupboards and I like immediately have that like, oh, this is like, I'm excited to do things. And one of the cupboards that I reorganized is all of our like baking stuff now. And it like made me feel more encouraged and like whatever to go and do those little things. And like, and then the baking itself and like cooking and whatever, I feel like is also something that I've just found that's like, I find it especially like not that this is baking, but like food prep. And if I am baking anything for food prep, like, but cooking or whatever, I just find it a chore. It's not something I super enjoy. But then, like, now having all those things, like, be organized and having these little fun bowls for it and, like, whatever, it's like what you were saying of, like, it's then, like, doing something for yourself that then just makes you feel so much better.
Yeah, well, even in, like, our living room, we don't have, like, a ton of... We have maxed out the space in our house. Like, I don't think I can find much more space to put things, which is fine. Everything's in a spot right now. But around for football season, we have a second TV in our living room, and we kept it up all year last year, and it drove me mental. Like, I'm on board. I agree with the whole 2 TVs for football. That's fine.
Even that.
That's not the issue for Sam.
That's not the issue. Like, I am fully supportive and on side with that. I like having red zone on one and a game on the other. I get it. The issue is the 7 months of the year that there's no football, there was a second TV consuming space in my living room, and it made it feel so cluttered. And so the exact same, like we have the same cubicle for the TV that's in the exact same spot, but we're moving the TV because the minute the Super Bowl happened this year, I was like, and the TV's coming down. And putting just like some small decor items on the top of it and having it feel like an open space again. Like I think Andrew got so annoyed by the end of it because myself and his mom, probably 50 times the week that I actually did it, were like, this is so nice. This feels so nice. He's like, literally nothing changed. I'm like, no, so much has changed.
Well, how can you think nothing changed?
Well, he's a boy.
But also it's like a TV. It's like a big black box.
Yeah.
And that's just like...
That like rounded out that corner, so like
cluttering your space.
Yeah. But it's also, it's not just like, oh, a chair or something. It's just like a big black square that I'm assuming you're not using.
Never. We didn't
Also,
touch it.
What's Red Zone?
It's where football, it has all the football games constantly on it and shows you the highlights as they're happening. So it's like the action-packed excitement of football is on Red Zone. The individual football
action-packed
game.
excitement of football.
Also, the fact you said for the 7 months that there's no football, that means there's 5 months of football? That seems so freaking long.
December, January, February, there's 6 months of football.
Oh, it's too long.
So half of the year.
Yes.
But half of the year I don't need that TV there.
Yes, I do agree with that.
You seriously, I'm so thankful on your behalf that your household is also not like a baseball house or something.
Yeah.
The only sport
Imagine it just being like
Year round.
I wouldn't
And
have
baseball
to.
has like
Well,
the longest freaking.
but baseball, I don't. The only reason there's 2 TVs is because there's a Red Zone, and on Sundays there's like 100 games happening at once. So then you pick your one game you want to watch, but you can still see what's happening in the
Well, I'm
rest.
sure you guys would find something like that for baseball.
I don't know, but we are solely a football household. We do not watch other sports in our house. It is only football.
Yeah,
So 6 months off sports for the year. Then I'm gonna go disc golfing. It's my life.
I love it.
And I mean, I like to romanticize being a football fan. I
Exactly.
love. I'm like, I can segue this.
You do.
Jay's like, I did not romanticize being a football fan this
I
year.
romanticized not being one.
Love it. But like, just getting to sit there and like actually understand football, I find a very hard sport to comprehend.
It's
which
so
sounds
hard.
like silly, but like
I
I
know.
spent
That's
years
why I don't
and
like
years
it.
and years learning
Yes,
it, and
it's
now
the
I
most confusing
do.
sport.
Like I actually understand it, and so watching it, I get so much joy out of actually watching it. I'm like, wow, that was a good play. And like the actual moment of being like, oh my god, I understood that play. Like I don't feel illiterate is like such a magical feeling.
And I feel illiterate. So
That's okay.
Seriously.
It took me like a solid 6-7 years of watching football to understand
Yeah.
it, and like many people explaining it to me.
Yeah, totally.
Many.
It's kind of crazy.
Another thing that I know we've like kind of touched on this before, but it definitely is like currently in my life, I think the biggest thing I'm actually doing, like right now, the drink stuff and those things are just like, you know, consistent,
Kind of always do
whatever.
it.
But is my new love for scrapbooking that I found.
Yes.
Because I feel like I'm not only romanticizing like in the moment when I'm doing it, of like putting these little moments together and like having just this slow time to like reflect and whatever.
Yeah.
But I also then am like finding little moments to romanticize throughout my months and stuff when I'm like, oh, I want to keep this little thing for my page this month, and like
It's just looking at keepsakes differently, kind of.
yeah, and like I mean, at your like bachelor, obviously I was like enjoying it whenever I didn't need to romanticize.
You're like, oh, this
something
awful
about it.
event. I need to
How
find
can I
something
make
to love.
myself like this?
But like when Alyssa and I were leaving our room, like at the end, I was like, oh wait, I want to like take the thing that you hang on the door to be like, don't come in or whatever. It's just a piece of paper. I wasn't stealing something from the hotel, but like
We won't tell you what hotel we were at.
but like that I took so that I could cut the logo of the hotel out for that page, and like so I feel like it's making me, maybe that's not really romanticizing, it's more like being present, I guess, in like thinking of those little moments.
But the act, I think, of scrapbooking, because I've been doing it. I did it when I have a little book that when I was pregnant. I filled it out. It's like the book I got you. So when you're pregnant, you fill it out, and then you can put like your birth story and just a few things, and then there's just like some blank pages at the end. So when Scotty was first born, I like scrapbooked a bunch in it, and I just like, it was so fun. I had a bunch of stickers and just fun things in it, and I've kind of continued to do it throughout, like not actively like each month, but just throughout her. And I love doing it, and I just did it like maybe about a month ago.
Yeah.
And it same thing, like it kind of like sparked that for me, like, oh, I'm like, I want to go get more supplies and like go and just like sit down and scrapbook this. And so I think just like the act of that as well is kind of a fun way to romanticize it, because it's just like, it's just fun to do that.
I know sorry.
This is like completely like a side comment on
Yeah,
scrapbooking, but around your birthday last year, I was like debating on what I wanted to get you. And so I was talking to Alyssa, and I literally was going to get you like a scrapbooking kit for like starting your own scrapbook, and she's like, Megan hates that stuff.
Well, okay,
because you used to.
Yes, okay, this
So
is
it's just
not
funny that we've come full circle here.
Yes, this is not what I was gonna say. I have one last thing to say about romanticizing this, but literally when Alyssa and I were at the dollar store last night, it was because I wanted to go get
Scrapbooking stuff?
because I wanted to get like paper and whatever, because I don't have anything that I'm doing like backgrounds with, and so I was like, oh, I just want to see if they have it like really cheap, whatever.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I got so much stuff yesterday for $16. I got lettering, I got stickers, I got like 2 or 3 packs of paper.
I will be going.
Yes. But anyways, so inflation who? But Alyssa and I were literally talking because I was like going crazy over, because then we went into Michael's and I was like going crazy over this like paper and stuff, and I was like, I'm sorry, Alyssa, I get it now. Like, I owe you an apology of how much I've ripped on you for your cricketing and whatever. And she's like, yeah, you turn 30 and you get into crafting. And I was like, literally.
Yeah, so I just think it's hilarious and like full circle, because I truly do believe like July last year was not your jam necessarily.
Probably not.
Maybe like an intro into it. But yeah, I just think that's hilarious that it was like, I was like, oh, maybe like a scrapbook. And Alyssa was like, nah, she hates it.
Well, you were correct, and also at the time she was correct.
Yeah, exactly. Two things can be true at once.
Truly. The last thing I was just going to say about it, which I feel like is kind of back to the like mindset of it, of like you don't have to be spending money or changing something drastic, is that the other thing that I really am loving about it is that it's so mindful while you're doing it that then it's like it ends up romanticizing like my night of whatever I'm doing, because then I'm not just like sitting in my house like watching TV or on TikTok or whatever, or even if I was like journaling or something, like yes, that's still good, and it's like that can be a romanticizing act as well, but I feel like it's like I get to go and get all my little supplies out and set my table up and like I get my little book and like
make it a moment.
Yeah, well, like not even like I haven't gotten scrapbooking stuff yet. I turned 30 this year, so next year talk to me about that. But I am trying, and I've been sort of focusing on it since my birthday last year. But I'm trying so hard to keep it top of mind. But I'm trying to get a lot more active, like just in little videos and reels on TikTok and stuff. And I'm loving it, but I'm finding then I'm like yesterday or the other day when I was at an event, I was like, no, I want to take these little clip videos because now I understand that they look. So also sorry to you for always making fun of you for wanting the little videos. I get it now. Look at all these full circle moments. But like trying to put something together and put it into something, especially that you're sharing out publicly, like you're inevitably like, whether you realize it or not, you're romanticizing that thing you're doing. You're trying to make it look good for other people to see. Like, you're not going to, and I mean, maybe some of your videos are going to be a bit more raw, but maybe you're romanticizing that raw moment as well. Like, I think there's like so much, it's like just been fun. And like, I was talking to Andrew on the phone today on my drive home, and I was like saying all these things I was thinking around social media and stuff, and he's like, you literally never care about it. And I'm like, I don't know. It's been fun to think about it that way. Like, I don't live in LA and I'm not some crazy creator, but just like posting for my 200 views, like whatever, it's fun.
Yeah. And you're not doing it for the views, you're doing it for yourself.
And like now I'll have these things I can go back on, like and I am a big like look back on things person, like I'll scroll through my old memories. So I'm like, this is so fun. Like that's how I can remember it now, is how I'm taking the moment now to put it all together, find a song that's cute, make like a template and posting it out there, and then it's for me later.
Yeah. I love that too. Something I was like thinking about too, and sorry, I feel like I'm always talking about motherhood things, but that is just like
you should never
my
apologize
reality
for talking about motherhood.
I know, I just feel
you
like
are
sometimes, yeah, exactly.
Every day you are a mom.
Yeah, 24/7, I am a mother. But I think sometimes too, like when you're just a mom and you're a parent, it can sometimes just feel really daunting, I guess, of like just your day-to-day can get kind of not like maybe just like repetitive and
it's like very routine.
Yeah, very routine, and you can feel like, especially sometimes if you're stuck in the house or whatever, like you can just kind of go down like okay, what are we like doing here kind of thing. Yeah. So I think that's something too that has really shifted like in just the past year and a half of like in my postpartum period of just like one, just shifting my mindset of like allowing me to just live my life and have Scotty be a part of it, and like not like, of course I'm doing things that she enjoys, like of course we're doing like getting down on the ground and playing with Play-Doh and doing all of those kind of things, but a way for me to kind of romanticize like my postpartum period as well is like doing things that I enjoy and having her like just come with me and do it with me, and like that's so cute that I get like my little buddy with me to do things together. And it kind of just got me out of like maybe a little bit of a funk of being like, oh, I'm like just stuck in the house all day and all I do is play with Legos or whatever.
Getting real good at building though.
I just saw a TikTok of a girl saying like, when you become, like for the new moms or whatever, like when you become a mom, remember that your baby is joining your life. Yes. You're not joining theirs. And when I first read it, I went, huh? I get it.
You're like, that's wrong.
Well, not that I thought it was wrong. I just literally was like, I don't understand what this is supposed to mean. But so if anybody, when I just said that, didn't know what it means, she was basically saying like, do your normal stuff and like keep your personality and keep your interests and like
and
whatever.
involve them with your child.
Exactly.
Don't change them for.
If your interest is like roller coasters and bars, okay, you might have to shift for a little bit with a newborn.
Nope, baby's going on the roller coaster.
But like,
just integrating them into your life.
yeah.
And again, to like an extent. I'm not trying to be like, all she does is stuff I want to do. Like, of course,
Well,
there's
there's
beauty in me doing things with her too, and like
Of course.
allowing me to slow down and like kind of romanticize that in a different way of just being like those slow mornings that we're in our pajamas for a long time and just hanging out and playing, and like there's something to be said for that too. But I think for myself it was just like again that mindset shift of like just allowing her to like join me on those things and watch her love them
When you
too.
think about being like even a kid, like not Scotty's age, obviously like memories are a little foggy back in the day. But like I remember as a kid also, like coming back to romanticizing my childhood even, like I would feel so cool and important when I'd go with my mom to do like one of my mom's things. Like she would go, like my mom was a tanner in the tanning beds back in the 2000s.
I think all of our moms were tanners.
Like not to call my mom out, but and I remember she would bring me to the studio, and the studio receptionist would like she knew me and I knew her, and like I got like they had like a little kids play thing. My mom would be in her tanning bed for 10-15 minutes.
That's how long people go in tanning beds?
That's like I go in a tanning bed for 10 minutes. I haven't been in a long time, but when I did tanning beds.
I thought you went in a tanning bed, not you, like the world. I thought you
My
went
mom
in
goes
for like 3 minutes.
No, my mom goes for 20 minutes.
Okay, 20 minutes
Like
seems
she
like
can
a
do
long
the
time.
max that they'll let
Is
you
she
do.
getting like full body skin checks constantly?
Sex face.
That is terrifying.
That's a no.
20 minutes.
Sorry, Mom.
20
Calling you.
minutes.
But yeah, no, it's not like for a fair scale. I mean, I would start at like 8 minutes and work my way up to 10, but I often would get myself to 10 when I was doing it like before a trip or something.
That feels so long. I literally thought you did it, not you, but like 2 to 3 minutes.
Oh no, you'd get nothing out of it. It takes that long for the bed to heat up.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
That's
we
true.
shouldn't be in the middle.
Well, look, again, I'm not in them right now.
Yeah.
But-
Before they used to be like such a normal thing.
Oh,
for
but anyways, like
sure.
as a kid, like that's something that my mom would have been doing for herself. But I like loved going, and like that's a memory I have of it because, and like as a kid, I had no business being in a tanning studio. I was not going for years. But I was 6 years old and kind of enjoying this
At
experience
6,
with my mom.
3 minutes.
Yeah, that's when the 3 minutes comes in when your skin's not fully developed and you're going in a tanning bed.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. Of just like, those are the fun things, like for both sides of the relationship. Also, just, I know this whole time I've been like, you don't have to buy things to romanticize your life, blah, blah, blah. But you just saying that just sparked something for me that
What did I say?
Well, I'm about to say it.
Okay.
That you and I have talked about before recently, that we've started getting into wanting nice pajamas.
Oh, I want to be a pajama girly so bad.
And so you just said, oh, in the slow mornings, hang out in our pajamas. And I have gotten a couple of pajama sets while I've been pregnant. Oh, also I have one that I'll send you from Aerie that I'm literally obsessed with. I bought it in the store and I've been considering ordering all of the colors online because I'm so obsessed with it.
Please do, because I have still yet to buy one and I really want to.
Okay, yeah, great.
Just a pipe dream at this point. Me just talking about it.
I love how you're like, this big dream I have, buying pajamas.
Yes, it honestly is.
I
I'm
know,
like,
but I'm just saying, like, just buy
them.
some.
Yeah. I know.
It's just funny that you're, it's like,
oh,
you're like, oh, a pipe dream to have a yacht. You're like, a pair of pajamas.
No, to be a pajama girly.
Oh, yeah.
If Andrew is watching this episode, because if he randomly watches ones where I'm like, don't watch this one, please.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be like, oh, so your friends are into nice pajamas. As I literally look like a homeless person 24/7 in my pajamas, because that's how I prefer it.
Sam, I don't own a single pair of pajamas. I'm not.
But, like, I have, the difference is I haven't gotten to the desire side of it. So, like, and Andrew, like, I don't think he'd be upset if all of a sudden, you know, I had a nice set.
That's so funny.
I don't know what it is about it that I just
Well,
want.
and let me tell you, I have always been, like, a big t-shirt and underwear.
Same.
Exclusively. And usually the big t-shirts are t-shirts that I no longer wear in public
And
anymore.
grandma underwear.
Yeah.
For me,
Like,
at
yeah,
least.
like,
I'm calling
full butt
myself-
underwear.
Oh yeah, like full coverage, most unflattering,
Yeah,
granny
like-
panties.
Oh, yeah, it's not cute.
Yeah,
That's
so
why I'm like,
nothing-
Andrew would die if I got a set.
Yeah, so like nothing interesting.
No.
But I will say that like having cute pajamas on and actually like wearing them as pajamas, not just having it be like a lounge set or something, actually wearing them as pajamas then makes my morning skincare feel more exciting, makes getting ready in the morning more exciting. It makes my night routine for bed feel more romanticized because I'm like, I get to put on my little, this is why you're going to love it, butter yellow, silky little pajama set from Aerie.
Silky.
Yeah, but it's like not like lingerie-y.
Yeah.
It is a tank top and then it's shorts.
That's what
But
I want is a tank top and shorts.
The back is fully open and then it ties close, but it actually all stays in place while you're sleeping. It's a miracle piece.
Because, okay, have you guys ever had where it's like,
Oh yeah.
if you would just wear like a tank top or like a sports bra
and
to
your
bed,
boob is out of
and
it.
yeah, you just wait, you like roll over in the middle of the night
You're
and
like,
your
oh.
boob is
See, and that's what
like
deters me
that.
from getting sets, and maybe I've just never invested in like the proper one to actually give me proper coverage. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure I bought it at La Senza on the clearance rack. Like, I'm sure those are the type of sets that I have gotten.
Yeah.
But like literally that, like I can't sleep in a tank top because I actually roll over and wake up and I have an entire boob out of one side. This one somehow is like somehow intertwined in it. My shorts have gone.
Romanticize that.
Let's turn this around.
Huh.
So yeah, no, it's really, really nice. I have another one that I bought, I think on maybe Amazon, that's a long sleeve, but it's fully off the shoulder.
Was that what you wore at Sam's Fetch?
Oh yes, yeah, and I love those ones too, and it's so soft. And like seriously, just having little things like that. Again, I know I've been saying, oh, you don't have to buy stuff. Having those little things that it's like, okay, so I bought a pair of pajamas. I definitely bought more than one, but let's just imagine it's one.
In case your husband's watching.
Whatever. He doesn't watch this.
That's what I said about Andrew, and then he called me out on the one episode that I didn't want him to watch.
Yeah, I would be amazed if he watches this and got this far into an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler's never watched a second in his life.
And we've been talking and giggling too much in a way that he would be like, I can't listen to this.
No.
I'm like, he wants me to be miserable. I'm giggling, he won't be interested.
They do not, our husbands do not want us to romanticize our lives.
But it's like, okay, I bought this like one thing that then has romanticized my night routine, my morning routine, like
Even your
lounging on a Saturday, my sleep, like all these little things. Is when I see them in my little closet space, I'm like, look at this cute little pile of stacked matching sets. Like I feel like you can make one little purchase or make one little change or do one little thing, and then that can help you romanticize like every piece of that process.
Have a bit of like that domino effect. Of,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Well, and another thing I feel like too that like I'm always, because like Andrew and I are a lot more homebodies together. Like our quality time is typically at home with each other.
Yeah.
Mostly because I think Andrew's more of a homebody, and so I get my external energy out, and then I enjoy my internal energy with him. But yeah, so you can romanticize like that quality, intentional time together, and not have it be like this big elaborate date where we're gonna go out and spend all this money.
Totally. Well, and I think also it's like important to romanticize those little moments, like you were saying, with Scotty, or with a partner, or with your friends, or with yourself, like, or with a parent, or with whatever. Like when you're with those people, like I feel like it is a good way to be more in the moment and to be really present and to really like enjoy that time. And like what we were talking about literally last episode of like building that connection is like if you're romanticizing those connections in your life, they are going to feel more exciting. They're going to feel more full. You're going to feel more fulfilled.
Well, and even like something like this podcast, like I don't know about you guys, but like there's definitely times that I romanticize. Like I mean, it's not like it's not a romanticized thing. It's a lot of fun and we get a lot of joy out of it. But like even when I'm trying to think of topics and maybe I'm getting a little more stressed about like, oh, do I have anything, like I go through these phases where I'm like, does anything I say make sense and is it valuable? And like shifting that to being like, oh, like it's so beautiful. Like what if what I say can impact somebody, or these connections that I'm building, like the connections that we've built that have become even stronger just through like talking through some of this stuff more intentionally and like that kind of thing, or even our studio, like creating our new studio space, stuff like that. Like there's so much joy in it that it's like, yeah, I can get in my head, but because I view it as like such a joy and like I can romanticize a lot of the things about it, that little stressor is really not a stressor. Like it's never actually a stressor.
Yeah, I love what you just said. It kind of just like got me thinking, this is something I didn't think about when I was thinking about ways to romanticize your life, but just like romanticizing your literal thoughts. Like
That
you were
too.
kind of like your mindset of like, I know we said romanticizing your life like is a mindset,
Yeah.
but romanticizing if you're going down maybe a path of like thinking negatively or not thinking you're good enough or not like, and then you just kind of turn it to like romanticize it, like that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
That's
I
actually
think about
funny that that's like what you like like latched onto, I guess, from what Sam said, because what it just made me think of, but I was like, oh, is this taking it like too far down a different path? Is that it also makes me feel like all of the gratitude stuff that our group has been doing over the last like 6 months or whatever now that it's been has really helped with that, because I find that like there's so many things with like pregnancy that I'm like, pelvis pain, really?
Not
like,
feeling this.
Oh, nausea, great. Or like, oh, my clothes don't fit, or like whatever. But then it's like, I think that it's coming out more from like a place of gratitude right now, but it really is like romanticizing of being like, oh no, I like get to dress like a bump right now. That's exciting. It's like, yeah, who cares? Put the jeans away for a few months. Like, no worries. Like, I get to wear these like cute outfits that are gonna look so different with a bump, and like, okay, yeah, I have pelvis pain. I'm actually not really sure how to romanticize that right in this moment, but like, you know, it's like, okay, like my body. Oh, that means I'm getting far enough along in pregnancy that my body's preparing for this. Like,
exactly,
whatever. And so I think like, it's so similar, and I feel like romanticizing often usually comes out more as like tangible things that you're doing, or spending more time on a task, or more intention or whatever. But I feel like with the mindset side of it, it's like gratitude is like so wrapped right into it.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just a mindset thing. Like that's like the biggest way to summarize it is like, and it's kind of just like having that like attitude around like, do you want a romanticized life, or do you want like those little stressors to just be your stressors and have no positives out of it? Like you get to choose. You're the driver in your own bus.
Exactly.
Well, I feel like it's like not even in my mind, like with the romanticizing things of it all, it's not even about it being like, oh, you're gonna just have these little stressors. It's just like you're gonna just kind of have like, it's just gonna be drab. Like you're gonna just pour yourself a glass of water and that's all it is. It's not like, I'm gonna pick this cup and get a little straw and like, oh, I'm gonna do this and get
ice.
kind
of just like, I think you just like pass, like life just kind of passes you by. Like that's how I see it too, because it's like, you can, just like you said, you get up, you pour your cup of coffee, you're doing like, and all of these things
motions feel like motions, and they don't feel like things that are adding value to your life. Like it's like going through the motions that you would go through.
Yeah, and like that, I had another thought, and now it's kind of, no, it's fine.
No, let's fight.
It was gonna be something. It was like along the lines of like me. It like got me thinking about it in a different way of like me seeing life like through Scotty's eyes of like. Kids are just so innocent. Like the smallest little thing. Like the other day, Tyler and I she has a bunch of these little like crocheted turtles, and so we just like put them all around the house, and like we're like, where's the turtles? And she's like walking around, turtles, and then she found one and was like, a turtle, and like such a small little simple game, but like that's just like a random example I can think of. Yeah. But like they just are so innocent and just see so much joy in the smallest, simplest
and are so like
thing.
in that moment.
Yeah, and like yeah.
Alexis and I were saying that when we were watching Scotty a few weeks ago, because like watching her troubleshoot things, and like you're not explaining to her how to, but like just somehow her brain has now gotten to a point where she's like sees a hurdle that
stacking those cans.
Yeah,
but like actually, and so I told like me and Alexis were saying that it like reminds you of the beauty of like learning things and how exciting it is to overcome it, and like is building Lego the most fun thing for an adult to do sometimes? Actually, sometimes yes, sometimes no. But like watching her kind of create it, and you can tell she's choosing what she's doing, and you're like, oh my gosh, like
just like seeing life through a kid's eyes just like really makes you have a different appreciation for it and not let life just like pass by. And so it makes me want to be like more intentional about watching those moments and more intentional about like making myself like that. Like I want to be so excited like she is over the smallest little things.
Well, so. I'm sure with kids too, it like makes you realize how fast things are moving, because you are like literally watching somebody at the like fastest development of their life. Yeah. That then it does make it be like, oh, week to week, so much has changed. And so then it's like, oh yeah, and week to week, so much has happened in like my life and in my brain and in the world and like whatever, in like a positive way of then you being able to be like, oh, let's like take a moment in these little moments.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Yeah. So really the moral of the episode is everyone just take a second to like think about some ways that you can romanticize your life.
Buy pajamas.
Yeah, buy a silk pajama set. Megan, your homework after this is to send me the link to the Aerie.
Yeah, I'll send it.
And if anybody wants us, let us know. wants us,
Yeah.
wants the link, let us know.
Yeah. If you want us, also let us know. Wink.
Talking about link pics earlier.
Yeah. And yeah, just take time to like enjoy the little things.
I love it.
I love that too.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Sweet.
a wrap.
Bye.